title that says transformations. So last year you all did transformations of polygons where you may have taken a triangle and you reflected or you translated, or some of them you even probably had some dilations as well. We will not be using polygons. We will only be doing transformations of lines. So all of these will just simply be lines. So the first type, these are your types of transformations we can do with lines. We can do a translation, we can do a reflection across the y-axis, or a reflection across the x-axis. Those are the only ones we're going to actually concentrate on. Even dilation, though, is considered a type of transformation. Okay, but the three that we're going to be covering will be these three here. Besides doing some word problems for this unit, this will be the last, part of what your unit test will cover. So notice on your calendar, your unit test is for next week. All right, so this will also be on the unit test, of course. All right, so the first type of transformation is called a translation, and I put the word slide. So I want you to actually write the word slide right beside translation. You can see the SL in translation, so that's going to be considered a slide. So really, you're just going to be sliding the line either up or down. Okay, so write the word slide and also fill in use the same slope. All right, so we have a slide. We're going to be using the same slope. And the very first thing you're going to do is graph the line that they give you. So let's do that first. So they give us this line of y equals 2x minus 5. So let's graph that. So I'm going to put graph. So I'm going to start at -5. Then I'm going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And if you can get 4 points, I would like to have 4. Sometimes it's not possible. Okay, then we're going to connect those together. And there's my original line. Okay. Then it tells me to slide this line or translate it up 8 units. Okay, so look up here. It tells you the rule. If you're going up 8, you're going to add that number to the y-intercept. So we already know this is our y-intercept. So I'm going to take this equation, so write this down, and I'm going to add 8 because it says up 8 to the y-intercept. So obviously 8 minus 5 is 3. So I could also do this. Here's my y-intercept at -5. I could count up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I do end up at +3. So you can count up to 3. Okay, but you will need to write the transformation equation over here. That means your new one. After you slide it, then we will have this equation. So here's my +3, and I use the same slope. See how you guys wrote down, use the same slope. So I'm using the same slope of 2. So now I'm going to go up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1, and then I'm going to also go down 2 to the left 1. Okay. And since these lines have the same slope, they should come out parallel to one another. Okay, that means they will never intersect. All right, so let's do a down problem. So if we slide this down 4, okay, down 4 means I'm going to subtract 4. Okay, then I'm going to write that over here. Y equals 2/3 x minus 1. So I'm going to graph the original as well as the transformation one. So I'm going to start at +3. This is for the original. And then I'm going to go up 2 over 3 to the right, up 2 over 3 to the right. I'm going to also do a double negative, so down 2 to the left 3, and then I'm going to connect those. All right, and then I'm going to take -1 as the y-intercept, go up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3, and then I'll do a double negative. Okay. All right, so any questions on just sliding a line up or down? Okay, we'll just do one of each. We'll do now a reflection over the x-axis. And notice up here, the rule for reflecting over the x-axis says that you change the sign of the slope and y-intercept. That means if it's negative, it becomes positive. If it's positive, it'll become negative. So let's take a look. All right, so here's my equation. It tells me I want to reflect over the x. So it says change the signs of both. So this will become y equals -2x plus 5. Okay, so you're just changing the sign of both. So let's go ahead and graph the original one. Okay, then we're going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, and up 2 over 1. Okay, then we'll graph the transformation one. So we're going to start at +5. And now I'm going to go down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, and then I'll go ahead and connect that. So they're going to intersect when they reflect over the x-axis, because they're going to be going in opposite directions, because one's a positive slope, one's a negative slope. All right. All right, so let's move on to this page here. This one is reflecting over the y. So what does the rule say when you reflect over the y? It says that you only change the sign of the slope. You use the same y-intercept. So we're only going to change the sign of the slope. So since this slope is a -2x, this will become a +2x. Okay, nothing else changes except change the sign of the slope. So here's my original. I'm going to start at 5. I'm going to go down 2 over 1. Okay, down 2 over 1. And then for the other one, I'm going to also start at +5. I'm going to do a double negative, down 2 to the left 1, down 2 to the left 1, down 2 to the left 1. Okay, so they will cross at the same y-intercept. Okay. All right, so I'm going to have you all finish up 5 and 6. The only thing that number 5 and 6 you have to do first is solve it for y. So I will solve for y first for number 5. Then you'll take it from there by translating 3 up. And then you'll also do this one. So let's go ahead and I'll solve this one with you. So when you're solving for y, you have to move the x term to the other side. So I'm going to subtract 3x. So that will give me -2y equals -3x plus 4. And then I'm going to divide by the -2. So that's going to give me a +3/2 x and a -2. Okay, because we had a +4 divided by -2 is a -2. So from there, you're going to graph this. And then you're going to add 3 to the y-intercept and tell me what the new equation is, and then graph the new equation as well. Okay? And then you should be able to solve this one for y by moving the -2 to the other side. So you'll finish working on, finish up this page for me.